know what I mean? I wish Errol and his people's the best, you know what I mean? So why not support, listen, why not support your fighter? Support your fighter. You ain't got nothing wrong with that. Support your fighter. Y'all support y'all fighter. Let's come together, make this event a success.
I'd like to thank everybody coming out here and supporting. Make sure y'all order the fight on Showtime pay-per-view. I guarantee you I'm putting on a great show and a great performance.
Terence Crawford made a surprise appearance to support Errol Spence at the Tim Tszyu fight press conference, showing respect for his longtime rival. Crawford also backed Spence to come out victorious, saying he believes Errol still has what it takes to defeat him.
That fight could go if they do finally meet.
I think it's gonna be good. You know, I got a little wager bet, you know, with my boy Tszyu. You know, he got Tim, I got Errol. But I think it'd be a good fight for both of them at this stage in their career.
Why are you confident that you win that bet with Tszyu? Why does Errol win the fight?
Well, I'm not, you know, 100% confident. You know, I just know, you know, the caliber of fighter that Errol is. You know, just like I know the caliber fighter of Tim. You know, I think both of them have taken a lot of damage in their career so far. But I just think, you know, Errol skill-wise.
At the press conference, Errol Spence Jr. said it feels great to be back after a long layoff, adding that the break brought him peace mentally and physically. Spence explained that the time away helped him recover, reset, and return more focused and prepared than ever as he gets ready for Tim Tszyu.
I'm glad to be back. You know, it's been a long time, 3-year layoff. And I'm sure everybody has their, you know, reserved opinions, thinking I'm a shell of myself, or, you know, do we still have it? And, you know, it's just because I'll be thinking the same thing, seeing my last fight. But I guarantee you, come July 26th, you will see a better, more improved Errol Spence. It was some time I had 3 years off, and I feel like it helped me mentally. It helped me physically, gave me some time to recover, and just enjoy life, enjoy the spoils of my wins, and just being with family, being with friends. If you watch my Instagram, you see me traveling, you know, enjoying my kids, having fun. And people kept asking me, "Are you coming back? When are you coming back?" And I told them, I know when it's ready. I know when I'm ready to come back. And I knew one day that, you know, I'll wait.
Despite Errol's confidence, Tim warned that Errol Spence made a huge mistake by choosing him for a comeback fight after such a long layoff. Tszyu promised Spence would suffer inside the ring, saying he plans to pressure him from the opening bell and prove he's still one of fighters.
You obviously, since Errol's been out 3 years, you've been in championship bouts, you've been in wars, you've been very active. Do you think Errol made a mistake by picking you in his comeback fight?
Yeah, it's definitely not recommended, you know, to go straight into the firing line. It would have been better to start off slowly, but, you know, on his caliber, he feels like he doesn't need tune-ups, which is fair enough. But yeah, it's going to be fireworks from the open.
Spence also received support from his former trainer, Derek James, who attended the press conference ahead of the Tim Tszyu showdown. James' appearance showed their strong bond remains intact as Spence prepares for his highly anticipated return to the ring.
A lot of discipline, a lot of focus. I think that I know for sure Errol has that. Listen. Why everybody got something to say? Everybody talking. You're not a fighter.
When asked about his long layoff, Errol Spence dismissed concerns about ring rust, saying it only exists in a fighter's mind. Spence insisted he is fully prepared mentally and physically for Tim, adding that his time away from boxing helped him recover, refocus, and return stronger than before.
To you, Errol, you know, as I mentioned, Tim's been in championship bouts and whatnot over the last 3 years. You're obviously now with Ronnie Shields. The question I'm sure people have is, you know, 3 years with the layoff, how are you going to combat maybe the ring rust or the potential layoff as you prepare for this fight against Tim?
Ring rust is nothing but a mental thing. If you have a training camp and you look good in training camp, you look good in sparring, why can't you look good in the fight? That's a mental barrier you're talking about. And that's why people need tune-ups. Like, I feel like I don't need a tune-up because, I mean, the proof is in the pudding when you're in the gym. You know how you're going to fight once you're in the gym and when you train and when you're sparring and working out and stuff. You know how you feel. So if I feel good in the training camp and I feel good in sparring, I'm going to feel good in the fight. You know, I'm mentally ready, physically ready. I feel like me and Ronnie Shields have a great game plan. Ronnie Shields been through this numerous of times. So, I mean, we'll be 100% ready for anything that, you know, he could bring to the table.
When asked about his long layoff, Errol Spence dismissed concerns about ring rust, saying it only exists in a fighter's mind. Spence insisted he is fully prepared mentally and physically for Tim, adding that his time away from boxing helped him recover, refocus, and return stronger than before.
And I've always had respect for Errol Spence because he's a real fighter. You know, he's not a guy that talks a lot, but he brings a big stick to the battle. And you know, when you deal with Errol Spence, you got to bring your lunch pail because he's going to bring it and he's nothing to play with. Obviously, being 36 years of age, being off as long as he hasn't had the tune-up fights. And by the way, I need my tune-up. Give me my tune-ups because boxing is hard. I need my tune-up because I need to sharpen my tools. I want to make another paycheck before I make the big paycheck, but that's just me. I need my tune-up, but I respect this brother because he's not with the tune-up. And you got to know who you are. If Errol knows that I can't really get up for that guy, then I can only get up for these type of guys. You gotta know yourself. And Errol Spence knows himself. So the respect is always gonna be there for him, and we will unpack this fight as we get closer because it's not until July 25th, but I'm excited to see him back.
Terence Crawford also said he has respected Errol Spence Jr. since his amateur and Olympic days long before they became rivals in the professional ranks. Crawford explained he genuinely admired Spence's talent, followed his rise closely, and supported his journey as one of boxing's top fighters before their eventual showdown.
Eventual showdown.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's because me and my facts, and I'm gonna keep it 100.
I'm a Spence fan.
You're right.
Like, people always thought like they thought I didn't like him and all that. I'm a Spence fan.
No,
like when we the build up, I'm like, man, hey, let me get your autograph. You know what I mean? Because I watched you come up. I'm older than you, but I watched you, rooted for you when you was in the amateurs, when you was in the Olympics, all that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you came when I fought in Dallas and Arlington. You was there watching me fight. You know what I mean? It's okay to say you a fan. You know what I mean? Oh, it's okay. Like, I was a fan of Spence. Like, I'm still a fan. I hope you do well, things like that. But like, once it got to...
After the press conference, tensions briefly surfaced when Errol Spence refused to shake Tim's hand at their face-to-face meeting, sparking debate over intent and respect. Tszyu later called it disrespectful. While Spence focused on the fight, the moment added intensity and became a major talking point in their rivalry buildup.
And apparently your opponent didn't have much love to show you. Are you just used to expect respect, like kind of that moment, you know?
Yeah, I think, I don't know, I was always brought up to show some sort of respect to your opponent.
Yeah.
That's alright, it is how it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't change anything.
Are you surprised you didn't shake your hand?
I don't know. I don't know what I was doing, but it's alright.
Now you're mad at yourself. You're not even mad at him. You're mad at yourself.
No, now I see how it is, you know?
Are you mad at him or are you mad at yourself?
No, I'm always...
You're just mad at
I'm alright, you know? Like, that's just how I was brought up.
Yeah.
You know, that's fine.
Nikita Tszyu believes the clash between Tim Tszyu and Errol Spence Jr. is a defining moment for both fighters, saying the bout carries major weight in terms of momentum, legacy, and world rankings. He explained that at this stage of their careers, every fight matters significantly and the result could reshape their future direction in boxing. Nikita added that both men are entering a high-pressure situation where a win could reopen elite opportunities while a loss could close doors at the top level. He stressed that neither fighter can afford mistakes given the stakes involved and the outcome will likely determine how each is viewed moving forward.
Tim Tszyu, Errol Spence officially announced. Did you see the presser? What did you make of it? What's your thoughts on that fight?
Yeah, it's a great fight. Both of them are in a position in their careers where it's the biggest, it's either like sink or swim for both of them.
According to him, this is not just another fight, but a career-shaping crossroads where timing, preparation, and mentality will decide everything inside the ring. Nikita also responded to the talk around Tim Tszyu and Errol Spence Jr. by downplaying any drama from Tim's alleged disrespectful remarks towards Spence, saying, "No one really cares about that kind of trash talk at this level."
So, what did you make of those comments?
I don't know the backstory to it.
He tried to shake his hand, I think.
And Errol didn't shake his hand. Yeah. They're going to fight anyway, who gives a
Those sort of big fights, you want to be in some of those in the future as well? Sort of big game fights?
I guess so. I guess that's the plan.
Former world champion Kell Brook described the fight as highly exciting and difficult to predict, saying both men bring unique but equally dangerous strengths. He noted Spence still possesses elite skill, ring IQ, and experience that could make him dangerous if he returns near his best. However, Brook warned that Tszyu's pressure, toughness, and hunger could create serious problems, especially if Spence shows any ring rust early. He added that the fight could turn into a tactical battle where timing and discipline decide the outcome. In Brook's view, both fighters have clear paths to victory, making it a true 50-50 matchup where small mistakes could be decisive inside the ring.
Last one before I let you go, a man that you have obviously fought, there was reports last night that apparently he'll be returning in the summer, Errol Spence Jr. versus Tim Tszyu. I mean, what do you make of that return? Obviously 3 years at the ring for himself, just what do you make of his return?
You know, I'm excited as well, you know, I wish that I would have fought, you know, him back in the day, you know, but, you know, it's exciting. I met Tim Tszyu when I was in Australia, and it'll be interesting to see them two meet and lock on, so, you know, I'll be watching that, and I'll be excited to see, you know, the winners, you know, you never
Greg Hackett believes Errol Spence has clearly been putting in solid training and is approaching this camp with a focused, serious mentality, shutting out outside noise and staying locked in on the work. He advises Tim Tszyu to start fast, use his jab effectively and avoid getting drawn into distractions or unnecessary exchanges. Hackett adds that if both fighters engage freely in trading shots, either man could come out on top, but the smarter, more disciplined fighter will have the edge. He notes Spence won't be able to bully Tszyu for the full fight, though he may have moments of control, while Tszyu will also create his own chances and openings throughout the contest.
What does Errol have to do to be successful? What does Tim have to do to be successful?
Tim got to come out and be aggressive with a jab and not getting caught up in little arguments where they going back and forth with each other. You know, if they sitting there trading back and forth, then either one of them got a shot. But whoever's being a little bit smarter than the other, I think has a chance. I think that's how this fight goes. I don't think Errol Spence just go there and just bully Tim Tszyu. But I think it'll be spots where he can play bully. I don't think Tim Tszyu could go in there and just do what he wants to Errol, but it's going to be spots he can get off. You know, whoever's the smarter fighter wins.
Australian boxing commentator Peter Bedell has ramped up anticipation ahead of the Tim Tszyu vs Errol Spence Jr. clash, calling it a huge turning point for both fighters. He said Tszyu's momentum and Spence's comeback story collided at a critical moment, making it a make-or-break fight on the world stage. Bedell emphasized the massive stakes involved, especially with Spence returning after a long layoff and Tszyu aiming to re-establish himself among boxing's elite. He added that the bout is not just about rankings or titles, but also legacy, pride, and redemption for both men. According to Bedell, neither fighter can afford any mistakes under this level of pressure. And the tension surrounding the fight will be intense, both inside and outside the ring. He believes this matchup will deliver a blockbuster atmosphere and one of the most significant international showdowns in recent boxing history.
Tszyu, Errol Spence, press conference today, mate. Yeah. Your reaction to I guess the press today, a few heated moments up there.
Oh, look, it's the spice we want. Magnificent. I mean, I think this is going to be one of the biggest fights in Australian boxing history. I mean, we've seen some wonderful bouts in Australia. Of course, we saw Nelson, Jeff Fennick. Then, of course, Jeff Horn and Manny Pacquiao, July 2, 2017, nearly 10 years ago now. Time's flown. And of course, Devin Haney and Cambosis, the Quinella there in Melbourne in 2022. So this is going to be right up there with them. I think it could potentially be promotionally bigger than all of them. I think it's a beautiful crossroads fight. You've got two guys who seemingly are finished in the eyes of some. I mean, Tim, people think he's on the wane, and we haven't seen Errol Spence for 3 years in the ring, 1,009 days to be exact. So look, that raises real question marks. At age 36, is the truth no longer the truth? And look, I think it's the moment of truth for Tim. I think if Tim loses this fight, it's over for me. I'd retire.
Timothy Bradley believes Errol Spence Jr.'s size, southpaw stance, and extensive experience against elite opponents make him a very difficult matchup for Tim Tszyu. He says Spence's ability to manage distance, apply pressure, and exchange effectively from the left-handed stance could trouble Tszyu throughout the fight. Bradley also rejects criticism based on Spence's inactivity, arguing that time away does not erase elite-level skill or deep ring experience. He emphasizes that ring character, composure, and proven performances at the highest level matter more than recent activity alone. According to him, Spence's long career against top fighters has already built toughness and adaptability that cannot easily fade. Bradley maintains that elite boxers retain their core abilities even after layoffs, especially when they have strong amateur and professional foundations, making Spence dangerous regardless of ring rust concerns.
Spence is bigger than him. Spence is willing to punch with him. Yeah, and you know that, man. Tim Tszyu don't move his damn hand, nothing in the world. And he got it by a southpaw. And Spence is what?
Timothy Bradley has called Errol Spence Jr. a future Hall of Famer and backed him to defeat Tim Tszyu in their clash. He believes Spence's elite experience, skill set, and proven record against top-level opposition give him the edge. Bradley argues that even after a long layoff, Spence's ring IQ and championship pedigree remain intact. He insists that great fighters don't lose their core abilities, and Spence still has the tools to control the fight. According to Bradley, Tszyu will bring pressure and intensity, but Spence's composure and technical ability will allow him to manage the challenge. He ultimately predicts Spence will rise to the occasion and secure the victory based on experience and overall
I know y'all gonna be like, man, well, it's a lot of inactivity, Tim, a lot of inactivity. Shit, when you elite, and you working, and you sacrificing, and you running, and you training, and you weight training, and you doing what you need to do to get ready, you know, the time don't damn matter. Because guess what? The miles are already in it. The experience is already in it. There's a lot of character in this damn car that's being restored. A lot of character in Spence. And the last time he was in the ring, he showed his character. Yeah. So, shit, if y'all want to discount Spence on disqualify his abilities on just inactivity, go ahead. I'm not. Hell no, I'm not. No, I know what type of beast he is. Spence is a damn beast, a future Hall of Famer. And if you didn't know, now you...
Who do you think takes the win in this one, Spence or Tszyu? Drop your prediction in the comments and let's see who the fans are backing going into this massive showdown. Thanks for watching Knockout Daily Boxing Glove. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more non-stop boxing updates, fight breakdowns, training clips, and knockout moments. Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell us who you want to see next, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a punch.